Alright, we live right now. Not like on camera. It's
because
enough time to share it.
I'm gonna hold this to my chest.
All right, let's go ahead and share.
Dearly. Shh, baby Will, don't cry. He's upset.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
give him a
upset.
little snack.
I'm tired of people posting lives and being like, I do not own rights to this music. Like, yo, just don't.
You have to say that.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Well, that's my question. Do you have to anymore?
yeah.
Do you really? I
don't
can't
think
tell if
so.
you're being for real or not.
I'm pretty sure. I don't see why you wouldn't. What changed? Come get your reality check. How do I balance priorities? Sometimes I do my shit at work, but I still have that job, so I can't say that. They be watching. You're like, Latoya, you have a show? I'm like,
Oh, yeah, I gotta pitch y'all my idea after. Just remind me to pitch you the idea.
you remind
This
us
idea
pitch your
has to not
idea.
take a long time because I need to go take my hair out now.
I need to, too.
Why don't you just write
It's
it
gonna
down?
take 5
I thought you were gonna say, why don't you just take your hair out now?
Right, while we doing the show.
On the show.
We busy.
Can't y'all see?
Check.
Check. Check. She still got the
What's going on, people? You probably heard us partially behind that before I muted the mics, but that's okay.
Are you taking over? You are not
This is our
taking over.
reality
This is
check.
us.
Featuring Willie B.
Exactly, okay? You're featured. You are
Featured.
featured.
I don't even have like a nameplate under here or anything.
First
I'm not
of
even
all,
here.
Make sure
No,
you
don't
remember
listen to
that.
nothing.
And
He
next time,
said-
could you put my name in all caps?
I want my name above my head, and then I want it to drift down slowly below, and then come all the way down below,
Like that.
and then swipe off the screen.
I don't know if I got that one.
This is satisfying. Yes, hair flip.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Oh, we got 4 people in
Oh,
already.
you're supposed to keep
That's
going.
what's
We
up.
didn't tune in today.
Stop. You're not gonna show. You're not gonna show people that.
He is pissed.
We were supposed to be.
Oh, thanks.
Baby Willie! So cute. Y'all have to see the details on this pic before we do our intro. First of all, he's got on a little baby bracelet. It is the sweetest thing. Not, yeah. Are you pissed?
And now,
This episode is brought to you by.
my name is Favor.
And now today we're celebrating the drop of, are we calling it Slin?
SLIN.
Which means
Self-love is
is
in.
in.
Self-love is in.
It's
Now
a
go
song,
in.
y'all.
It is. The
Go
song
get it. It's
of your life.
available on all streaming platforms.
Download
Right
it,
now.
save it to your libraries, buy that, and follow me. I love y'all. Love yourself. Now go in.
If you haven't noticed already, we are featuring a very important guest today.
Yes.
His name is,
Willie B.
aka our producer, aka our creator.
So he's working right now. Just
Yeah.
don't mind him.
Pretending.
But mind him. He's our guest.
He's the best. Oh, he's so busy, so busy.
I'm just a black dude.
I forgot the giant leaf to fan him.
Right. And I forgot the grapes.
Oh, sorry, Willie B.
Next
time.
That's how you know it's real. He hates us. Okay, guys. So, it's time to celebrate.
Woo! Wait, hold on.
What?
We have to do our intro.
I thought we celebrate first, then do our intro. You
Oh,
can just get our intro
sorry.
out of the way.
It's time to celebrate.
What are we celebrating this week, guys? Let's ask our gracious guest.
Why can't y'all end with me? Because y'all prepared for this. I didn't prepare for this.
You don't know what you want to celebrate this week? First of all, you're here.
I woke up this morning and
He tried to preach.
I was clothed and in my right mind.
Right.
Clothed.
You
Yeah.
sleep like fully clothed?
No, I have
How
pajamas.
you sleep, Latoya? In the nude?
Hey,
in
yo.
the buff?
Ayo, when
Oh, no.
And when Toya get old in church, she be telling the testimony. She be like, "Praise the Lord, everybody."
My voice is
Now.
not gonna sound like that.
Now I got a little scared, woken up in my sleep last night because there was some skunks outside.
Oh, no.
And you know I sleeps in the nude.
That's gonna be my
All
testimony.
these random
Sister
facts.
Favor, that is too much.
That's fine. I'll be right there. Amen.
I've heard worse.
I would literally be like, Sister Favor, that's too much. That you are telling us too much.
It's never too much.
Never too much.
Miss Favor.
Yes, y'all.
You all off screen.
Emma.
This week, I'm celebrating what we already mentioned. My new song, SLIN, for anybody who just came in.
Self-love is in.
It's now on all digital platforms. Download it to your library and purchase that and follow me. And also, it's the Aquarius full moon tonight.
Hey!
And what are you celebrating, Miss Rae?
I'm finna be somebody's mama. Well, actually, I'm celebrating 3 things. Okay, so
First of all,
it was my husband's birthday on Monday. It was our anniversary on Monday.
Happy
And then
birthday,
we did our
baby.
announcement that we finna have a baby.
Y'all get to have a baby.
A whole baby. Y'all pray for us because pray for this child.
She has the best godmother.
Ever.
That's me.
But her mama, she a little.
That's why you have me.
That's why you have me. All right, now our intro.
Okay.
I'm Rae,
My name is Favor.
and this is our special guest.
I'm Willie B.
We haven't had a guest in so long.
Exactly. And this is your reality check. And today it is all about the dreaded balancing act.
Who has it together?
Who has it together? And what does it mean to have it together? What does it look like? How do you prioritize? What's what throughout the day? Hey y'all, we got how many people tuning in? 5. Hi guys.
And we can see a couple people. Oshar is tuned in right now.
Hi,
and Candace is
Oshar.
tuned
Hi,
in.
Candace. Make sure you guys, of course, comment and tell us anything that you're celebrating as well this week. We want to hear about it. We want to celebrate with you.
Yes.
Doesn't matter if it's minor, if it's major.
Everything is major.
Oh, yes. But yes, balancing and priorities. How do you, let's ask our special guest first. How do you balance with your day-to-day life, especially with being so busy and different?
Exactly.
I mean, it's hard for me to speak on this right now because I kind of been like out of work.
But
for
you
a while.
know.
All right, I'll do it like this.
Yeah.
I'll say it like this. When I had my life the most balanced, I would say it was probably 2017. And the thing that I was definitely doing that morning, that year, was waking up early in the morning and like kind of getting stuff together for that day.
Ooh.
So that's when I had like the majority of my weight loss. So I was waking up at 5, doing exercise videos, showering, getting my food ready for the day and whatnot. So by the time I stepped out of the door to go to work, my stuff for the day and when I came back from work, that was already ready.
Already laid out.
Or a day or two was like ready. Not food wise, 'cause I don't like food prepping,
Yeah, I
but
don't
like
like
just
prepping.
life wise, like I plan like in the morning, you know, you wake up, you know, meditate, make your bed, exercise.
Oh, making your bed is major. That definitely gives you.
Making your bed starts you off so
in
dope.
such a good place, and it's so minor, but it definitely does.
Who makes the bed? You or your husband?
I do, cause he wouldn't. Not cause he wouldn't, but he probably wouldn't.
He don't. Aw. I try to sometimes.
But I had a question as far as that goes. So
No.
you said that was everything that you would do. Did you automatically, like one day you're like, I gotta get it together, and you hit that like the next day, or was it small?
It's
steps?
over time. And you don't, I mean, honestly, I hate to say it, like a morning routine is bomb, but you don't get it every day. Some day, like for instance, you know, you perform late at night sometimes. You might not be getting up at like 6 a.m. the next day.
Right.
There's nights that I would do shows till like 2, 3 in the morning. I'm not getting up at 5, 6 that next day.
Oh.
But Here's the funny thing, and the best thing I got is like when I read this from Russell Simmons' book on meditation. He talked about how he's vegan.
Yeah.
But what he said is veganism is his lifestyle. He was like, does that mean I'd never have a piece of fish or something like that? He's like, I've had some of my friends' curry when we go out to Indian restaurants. It'll be chicken in the curry or something like that. But he said that's not a part of his day-to-day routine.
Yeah.
He'll go like 8-9 years and maybe never touch some chicken curry, but maybe that next year he may have had it 4 times that year. But his overall lifestyle is this.
Yeah,
set in
overall,
stone.
that's what it is. And I think that's something that a lot of people do. They get into those fads, or they feel like that's something that they need to do. Like you said, you did that routine, and if they fall off one day, then all of a sudden they're.
And I used to do that. I used to do that with diet and exercise too.
Yeah, same.
Yo, all right.
Same.
What?
All right, so I do.
It's about to be juicy.
Be juicy. Will,
get close.
do not disappoint
Lean in.
us.
I would have like a good week, right?
You said don't what?
Disappoint us.
Oh,
No,
you said
no.
don't disgust us. Please disgust us.
Please do.
I would have like a good week of eating, and then exercise and stuff, and then like it would be like one of y'all's concerts or something like that, and I'm like, man. You know, I'm gonna have like a little. I'm gonna have a drink, and then like I'm gonna have like some wings or something like that, or some nachos or something. That, you know, I went this whole week eating salads and chicken, and measuring stuff. I go reward myself, and then I get home like, man, some ice cream in the fridge. I had such a good week.
Yeah,
you know, this would be after
That's
1
so
week.
Easy. That's so easy.
And then Monday hit, and I'd be like, well, you know, I already binge ate over the weekend.
I already did it.
I might as well take a week off.
That's
I'm like
a steep fall.
But that's the same thing that I would do, and then I would dramatically change it the other day because I used to be an avid crash dieter, like terribly, and like I would go like on these crazy cleanses where I would only drink like remember the maple syrup, the lemonade diet? Yes,
the
exactly.
Beyonce.
Yes, like I would only drink that like all day, every day, and then like I would see the results, and I'd be like, okay, cool, I've gotten to where I want to be. Now let me go eat like trash.
She finished the diet and she was like, I've been drinking. Well, no, it was lemonade though.
Oh.
Like lemonade. I don't know if I don't know if that works or not. And I'm about to give me some ice cream and some cake.
Don't do that, guys. Change your complete lifestyle.
I can joke about it because I've been there, and even if I ain't been there, I can still joke about it.
You love to joke about
still joke about
Still joke about it. But no, it's just I don't know. It's just hard. Like people don't understand. Like I feel like it has to be a lifestyle change. Anytime when it comes to balancing priorities and whatnot. So it's just.
And it helps when you have a team of people like supporting. I don't even say like a team, but like if you have somebody that can help you and hold you accountable, especially if it's something difficult or something that you really like it is that you want to do, like something that's changing like your life.
Do you think sometimes if you tell people too early, it puts too much pressure on you and you quit?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you have to get the ball rolling a little, and then you're like,
hey, yo. Personally, yes, I gotta see exactly what it is that I'm trying to do, and I have to be like, okay, all right, cool, now I can talk about it, and then tell that person and say, listen, this is what I'm trying to do. Like, if I start falling off, can you tell me, this is, you know what I mean, or kind of bring that back to my remembrance and get me back on track.
I feel like if I start off not telling somebody, then I'll usually just continue to not tell them, and then I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to fall off, and then I just fall off and nobody
too late
knew.
And nobody knew. I think a lot of people do that. Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell people like, yo, I ain't eating no desserts forever. Like yo, cause like it'll be people who comment like, yo, it literally.
You said she wasn't eating no dessert.
Or it'll be people like, all right, this is my last weekend drinking, period. Period. And it's just like, all right, bet. And then the next week, and they're like, all right, for real, Facebook. I'm like, all right, you didn't even tell a friend.
This time it's real.
Yeah, and I'm like, you didn't even tell like a friend. You told all of us that you was never drinking again.
That's so true. You have to remember that too. Everybody is not rooting for you. Everybody's not here for you. Oh,
that's just me.
Everybody's not here for you, and they don't necessarily want to see you succeed in those areas or those facets. I just forgot my point. I just had it and I just lost it.
You know, it always happened to me.
Always. Just literally lost it. It'll come back. Yeah, it'll come back.
What were we talking about?
He was saying because like blasting it on Facebook and putting it out there for like the world to know. in. I just hate when people do that, like, to begin with, like, as far as anything, like, drastically with emotions, like, the whole, like, go off the deep end, or, like, I don't want to talk to anybody right now, but you just put it on Facebook.
Exactly.
Right now.
Take your break.
Yeah, exactly. We don't need you to announce it, like, to the world.
I don't like when people, like, talk about the drastic change they're gonna make in their dating life. Like, I'm not talking to black men ever again. And I'm like, all right, bet.
That's what it was. The whole ever again thing, like,
All right,
people
bet.
saying that they're not going to do anything. Because I think, like, you should just try it first. Like, this is what I aspire to do. Like, I want to start out, I have to go by steps. So let me start off by, okay.
You need a list.
Yes, exactly. Lists work so well for me. Like, if I have a whole list of something and I want to start to try to accomplish it, like you said, like, for instance, like you said, you would wake up at 5 a.m., then you would go work out, then you would do all these other things. Tomorrow, let me start by waking up at 5 a.m. because it's so hard to get me up early in the morning. All right, I woke up at 5 a.m., I made my bed. That's it. Next day, wake up at 5 a.m., make my bed, hit the gym. You know what I mean? And, like, kind of stack it on top of each other. Because if I try to do everything on that list the next day, I might feel accomplished, but I'm going to be stressed.
Yeah.
And I feel like you end up overworking yourself.
Overworking and overwhelmed. And then I'm going to be like, I have to do this every single day. And I'm not, that's going to talk myself out of doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do you balance life? Like, for instance, like, in different, like, we have work. We have creative things that we like to do. We have families. We have, like, all these different areas. It's easier, I feel like, to balance when it's all, like, in one faucet. But when it's different areas, how do you balance that?
I think you got to list it out and prioritize it. I think that's really what it comes to. I think you have to figure out you have to start with what your overall, whether it's your health, your wellness, your being, your emotional state, what is the core thing that's hinged upon first, and then build, I hate to say build down from there, because certain things are just of the utmost priority over others sometimes.
Are you saying, like, okay, because, like, for me, when you say that, I think of, like, an upside down triangle. I think about, like, ultimately, this is my goal. All right, now, in order to get there, I got to do this. In order to do that, I got to do that. You know what I mean? Kind of work my way
so
down.
like, all right, let me put it, the best example I can make is, like, weight loss. So, like, for me, diet is more important than, like, making sure you exercise every day. So I'm like, all right, so I need to make sure if I don't cook every meal, at least all my meals are planned out and purchased for this week. And so that the meals take the biggest priority. And then it's like, well, I want to make sure I'm getting enough water. So, you know, I have enough, you know, fluids in my body and I don't get dehydrated throughout the week. So then I'm like, all right, so I got to make sure I got, you know, my water filter filled up and, you know, all that type of stuff. Then I'm like, all right, I want to make sure I exercise for at least 30 minutes a day. So then I want to do that. And it's just like you start with what's more important and you work your way down. Because in the grand scheme of things, I mean, we're all human. Certain things are important to this person more than it is to this person. And when you figure out, and I think when you figure out what's more important to you, you're able to take a more balanced approach towards life as well as your own self-care.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
For
that
sure.
is good. With us, I feel like it's more like you said, passion, work, family, all of that. And then, like, taking care of yourself.
Yes.
All of that stuff. And it seems like all of those things are, like, pretty much parallel. Is that the word I'm looking for?
I know what you mean. Like, they kind of like they work together. They intertwine.
Yeah, like, you can't just put that on a scale. They're all very important. So the upside down triangle thing, I feel like if you do that for each one of those, then you can, like, work it out to balance everything.
How do you balance things, I guess, in a way that's most beneficial to you when there's, like, a wrench thrown in there, like something, you know what I mean, like that? How do you keep that? How do you keep juggling to everything? Because there's always gonna be something that goes down.
You know, I was reading Shonda's book.
Ooh, what's the name? What's the name?
I said it like it's more than one Shonda. Like it's like, I was reading Oprah's book. Winfrey.
But yeah, she's talking about her year of yes.
Year of yes.
What are you talking about just now?
You were reading
and she was talking about, like, parenting and how she's, like, running. Her thing is, I own Thursday nights. Thursday nights don't happen without me. Oh,
come on, Shonda.
So, and she has 3 daughters, I think. And she's, like, talking about, like, parenting and how she needed to ask for help. And at first that was hard for her. But she's saying if I'm thriving in one thing, I'm definitely failing at another, or at least feel like I'm failing at another. And I think that's the biggest thing, especially with like parenting, because you constantly want to be there and you feel like you're a failure if one thing goes wrong when it's really not that big of a deal. But she was just talking about that and how that just weighs on her constantly.
Yeah.
So I don't know, balance, but
within that,
balance.
Because I'm always telling Devin this too, because he's one that he's always busy, and I always say, I'm like, you kind of want to look at what's on your plate because something is gonna be left uneaten. You know what I mean? Like, in other words, something is not going to be paid attention to as much as you're trying to.
Yeah.
But that's a part of balancing, and I think that's a part of growing up and maturing, to be able to say no. Because kind of like how you said, you want to like the year of yes, or like you want to say yes to all these things. But I think a lot of self-care and your mental health and taking care of yourself is realizing, you know what, as much as I want to do this thing, that's not going to help me keep these balls in the air. I'm not going to be able to juggle completely. You know what I mean? Because something is going to lose.
I think we inundate ourselves with what's less important just so we feel connected. Because like a lot of times I know I would say yes to like everybody that asked me something, and then it became like, man, I got less time to do the stuff that I need to do, kind of, sort of. So it's just like I wasn't prioritizing, and it wasn't that I couldn't say yes to anything. It was that I would say yes to something, and then that would go on my calendar, and then lo and behold, something that was important, I didn't even put it in my calendar. So now I'm like, I didn't even schedule for this. Like, I didn't even make sure stuff that was taken care of need to be taken care of. So like the way I kind of think about it is like, you said, how do you handle stuff when there's like a wrench thrown in?
Yeah.
I think it's scheduling. I mean, you can't really manage time. You can really only manage priorities, but that's what a calendar is for. Is for you saying like, this is supposed to be here, this is supposed to be here, and this is supposed to be here. And then so when something happens here, now albeit, your car may have something happen on the side of the road, blah, blah, blah. But that's something you can't handle in advance. You see what I'm saying? But when it comes to saying yes to something and it being a conflict to something else, I feel like that's something you can plan for, or you could have scheduled for.
And so you also have to schedule the time for you. Like I'm huge, especially those that are like extremely busy. I am a huge and avid fan of like having your own decompression days where you're like, nobody bother me. This day is for me. You know what I mean? If you have to have an appointment or anything like that, have it as early in the morning as you can, get it out the way, and enjoy the rest of your day. If it's doing nothing, if it's being creative, if it's getting in your zone, whatever that looks like, you have to have like that day for you.
We have people in the comments. What they say?
What they saying?
Lawrence's comment is so true to what y'all was saying. Ariel said, hola.
Hi, Ariel.
Said, what's up, guys?
Hi, peeps. Thank you so much for joining us.
If you like what you watching, if you like what you listen to, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We got everything in below. Hit the bell. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Like us on Facebook, YouTube.
If you cannot tell already who this man is, okay? But you said something that got me too, as far as like saying yes. What was it that got you saying yes? Like, why were you so adamant about saying yes to
They're my friends.
They're your friends. Aww. So you were being loyal to your friends.
Yeah. But here's
people.
another thing. Loyalty is not saying yes to everything.
Okay.
Loyalty is being there when you can.
Woo.
So a lot of people forget and or don't know. Your friends not being able to be there for you sometimes means that they're trying to take care of them first. Yeah. Because you can't pour from an empty cup.
Yeah.
So in order to be a good friend, you can't be giving yourself freely to everybody around you and not taking care of yourself. And
you got resentment.
Exactly. And you shouldn't expect your friends to do that for you.
Yeah, and you shouldn't want them to.
Yeah.
You shouldn't want them to.
Like literally, if you have a friend that has never told you like, oh, I can't do that, or like, oh, not this time, like, you might want to reevaluate, because that means either they ain't got nothing going on,
or just check in with them and be like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, you're always sure you don't want to just, you know what I mean? Chill.
Like, hey, you're everywhere. You need
all the time.
You need to sit down. Like,
we
you need to sit down.
We had that talk with William once.
We did have that talk with William once.
He didn't listen.
So the Lord made him listen.
Lawrence just commented, you don't always have to say yes to things. That's so true.
Yes, Lawrence, expound. expound.
Say
Tell
no.
us more.
Yeah.
You gonna put us more in the comments for us, bro?
Yeah.
You always have to say yes to
Everybody
things.
comment. Yeah, I want to hear about how you guys
Right.
balance this balancing act in life, all this stuff.
What is something that you, and you don't have to give a specific story example,
I'm gonna give
I
a
sure would.
specific.
But what is something that you said yes to and you were like, man, that totally like threw everything off. Like whether it was being loyal to a friend, family member, you trying to do something extra for yourself. Like you may have said yes to yourself when actually the best thing to say was no for yourself. Like what was the time where you said yes to something and you totally shouldn't have?
Mine is actually, I think, within the last couple of years, mine is the opposite. Saying yes to people, because I was always tell people no, because I'm very selfish.
Okay.
And like
Not anymore.
not anymore. Like yes, we're
Okay.
good there. But like I was, because I would always just be like, or I would do this thing. This is really bad, but I would always tell somebody like, they'd be like, yeah, we gotta hang out. Oh my god, yeah, we definitely have to hang out. We're not gonna hang out. I'm coming in with my excuse right now. I used
Saving
to
it
do
to my
that.
notes.
Like, yeah. When they text me, girl, I'm so sick.
I never did that.
I did. Used to. But my thing, I think, was just like, I just didn't, I don't know why I would constantly like tell people no. I think it was because I didn't want to be too tied down. I didn't want to be too wrapped up in other people's plans. I wanted to have that freedom of being able to kind of float around and do whatever it was that I wanted to do. And if I kind of drop in, then I dropped in and you got to see me. If I didn't, then there were no expectations.
Yeah.
You know, but like, kind of like you said, as far as like people being your friends, like just the fact that relationships are so important, and that really resonated with me within the last couple of years, and being more rooted and like actually paying attention to those things and how things that you can say can truly affect people and things that you can do can affect people. That was something that I was like, you know what, I need to start actually putting in that effort to be there, because I don't want somebody to do that for me.
What about you?
I've been trying. I can't think
I've
of
been
anything.
trying.
I was thinking the whole time she said something. I wasn't even listening. I just said, When I saw her mouth stop talking, I just said,
It got to me.
No, it wasn't like that. It was like that. But no, I really can't. And I'm sure it's happened before, but I feel like even times where I say yes and I should have and things got like crazy, it turned out okay.
Yeah.
So I have no regrets. Because I've had times like that, but usually I like the rush of things, even when it's like crazy and in the moment I hate it. Afterwards, I'm like, oh, I'm glad I did this.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can so relate to that. Like, cause like, especially now that I like the feeling of, this is gonna sound like a contradiction because of what I said earlier, but like I like the feeling of being overwhelmed. I don't like being stressed, but I like to be overwhelmed.
I think there's healthy stress.
Yeah.
I think that like any type of stress that makes you productive or pushes you, I count that as stress. I don't know if everybody else does, but to me that's like, oh, it's a healthy stress. Like I feel charged to do this, or I feel there's a healthy pressure. I don't, not necessarily a burden, but it's like a it's a weight for real. Like lifting weight is healthy. Like a lot of people talking like, oh, you know, I'm having burdens or heavy weights. Well, sometimes weights, you know, if you doing it right, it makes you stronger.
Don't do it wrong.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Practice your lifting technique.
They're on YouTube.
Yeah, cause don't take no lifting from me. I ain't.
But no, I like that. I just like to have those things like on my plate.
Yeah.
Kind of being now anyway, like to be able to say, you know, okay, I get to do this. Or like how you said earlier, like in the moment you're like, oh my God, how am I gonna get all this done? And then you get it done and you're like, I did that.
That was
I did that
easy.
thing.
You don't
That
even
was
remember
easy.
like all the stress afterwards.
Do we have anybody in the comments?
Let me
We'll
double
do it.
check.
Everything
Folks are saying.
We got
Some more people.
Kimberly Glenn,
Hey,
tuned in.
Yeah.
Manny Anderson hopped in.
Hi,
What's going on, y'all?
Hey.
Y'all not talking to us tonight.
No,
it's cause
what's up?
It's cause I'm on the show.
You're intimidating
They're
everyone.
confused. They're like,
Who
are
is
you
this?
behind the scenes today?
Right. We're behind the scenes. What else to balance? What else?
Ooh, so what about balancing work and passion? Like, what does that look like day to day for you guys?
You have to. All right. So this is what I think, and I could be wrong.
You might be.
Say you work a 40-hour. Say you work a 40-hour week, right?
40 hours.
you should be working a 60-hour week, which means you should be dedicating 20 hours to your passion. So the fact of the matter is, and I read this in a meme somewhere, Beyonce got the same 24 hours
And
as
it
you
is
do.
everybody else.
I would be lying if I said I was working harder than Beyonce.
Beyonce got a whole team though.
She does. Now let's be real.
So?
Always
Not
has.
so.
So?
She ain't gotta cook or marinate chicken
None
or
of that. She
nothing.
don't have to do none of these things. She got people.
And I ain't gotta memorize a whole Coachella set. So there's things that I should be.
I did that.
So yeah, well actually,
I did.
so you're saying 20 hours to your passion, that's 4 hours. Are you saying in a work week, 5 days, or are you saying 7 days?
What-
'Cause that'd be 4 hours
Even-
each.
I mean, it's split up over 7 if you're really lazy. But like, you know, that you should be taking time off and actively,
He's insulting you.
and actively devote that time to your passion. So whether it's
Yeah.
waking up earlier,
Yeah.
whether it's taking time after work, whether it's instead of like lounging for your whole hour lunch break, you actually cut it in half and you have another 30 minutes where you developing something on your passion. Like you have
Or
to.
don't take a lunch so you can go home.
Exactly. So you have to take, for lack of a
Don't
better
eat.
phrase, dedicated time towards it.
How bad do you want it?
Stay fit
How?
and gain time.
But no, that's so true. Every
You will
little
not eat.
Every little bit helps, no matter how little. Like you said, like if it's just an extra 30 minutes,
Yeah.
every little bit helps. And I'm telling you, you will feel so much more accomplished getting towards that goal or whatever it is that you're trying to do.
Everything.
You're gonna feel so accomplished,
Mm,
so good.
I'm starving. Sorry.
Are you?
I didn't mean to say
You will not eat.
How bad do you want this, Toya?
I'm dedicated. But what time is this over?
Right.
I mean,
Speaking of
if you're gonna wrap it up.
It was a joke. Producer.
Or is it?
He about to fire me. He said that last week.
Was it last week that he cussed us out or the week before?
Both
I've
I
never
think.
cussed anybody out.
Whatever, Will. We got 3 seats.
I hope that y'all are looking right into this camera, into my
Right.
eyes.
And make sure you share this later.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all for sharing and liking. I do see some of those popping up, so thank y'all.
Thank you guys
thank
so
you.
much.
Even if you
Yeah.
couldn't tune in, thank you for sharing and liking. I know some of y'all at work. Jeremiah asked, wait, why can I eat?
Because you gotta want this thing, this passion. We don't got time for meals, Jeremiah.
Nah.
No meals.
On no water diet.
That's how I got so skinny over this summer, is
He
depriving
wasn't
myself.
eating, and y'all love these events out here.
Yep.
I had no
Work out
events
once.
because I've been
Who's
crippled.
about this? He's not crippled.
I
He's
am-
getting better.
I mean, I am getting
Shout
better.
out to Willie B for getting better. He was walking around today.
He's
So proud. He's crying. He's crying. It's alright. It's alright.
It still hurt.
Right.
Oh shit.
No, seriously, no, it still hurt. But you know, I'm making progress. You know, you got to keep pushing through.
Yeah, you gotta keep pushing through.
Okay.
Kimberly Glenn,
In a
she
healthy
says it helps to make to-do lists.
Yeah.
You don't have to pick specific period of time each week, but set concrete goals and timelines. I agree.
For sure. I love checking things off or scratching things out of my checklist, and it feels so much better. Even though we have like the notes like option or app in our phone that we can do, I love to like actually write it down
Yeah.
and feel myself scratch it off. I feel so accomplished when
Yeah.
I do that.
Aw.
For sure. Yes. Ooh, guys.
That was
I've been
dope.
fond of lists.
That
these
was.
days.
That was. All right. So with Baby William, what's the moral of the story?
The moral of the story is
Prioritize.
and make an upside down triangle.
Make an upside down triangle.
And
Yes.
put it in.
And that's gonna,
Balance.
I feel like that's gonna be her like next cover art or something. No, it's gonna be.
Oh
upside down.
yeah, that's good.
I couldn't figure out how to make it.
But then it's gonna be like a triangle, but a heart too.
It's gonna be something super creative.
No.
Don't steal my ideas.
Is it your
Determine the
idea?
album art.
Or did you just communicate it
Right.
through yourself?
Oh,
Through your
okay.
mind. Make sure that you guys are also taking care of yourselves.
Please
making that
do.
extra time for yourself.
Yes. And know what your priorities are.
Yeah.
Know what you need to do. Know
Yes.
what you want,
Check it out.
and you will make it there.
check it out.
I've heard it a lot today.
What?
What did I hear? Hold on. I've heard that a man with no vision.
Mm.
Y'all know the rest of it?
Need some glasses?
Toya!
It's going nowhere pretty much. Or something. But I've heard it
I disagree.
twice.
Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder could not see at all.
Man,
And
you
they
know,
went way farther than I've ever been.
They had
you know
a
what I'm
vision.
talking about.
I'm just telling you, Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles could not see. Helen Keller could not see.
And
Or
that's
hear.
a wrap. I'm Ray,
My name is Favor.
and this was our special guest, Willie B.
Hi, y'all.
And this was your reality
Make sure
check.
that's in all caps next week.
All right.
Thank you guys for tuning
I'm just
in.
playing.
Or is she?
We love y'all.
Peace.
Some of y'all.